Bandits head into period number 2, trailing 2-1. Hopefully the stream has made it back out there, but if not, we apologize, and hopefully you're able to catch it on demand. Harper Keenan now guards the goal to your YouTube left, and Alyssa Townsley protects the cage to your YouTube right. Underway period number 2, an eventful one. Bandits had a 12-10 edge in shots. They scored a power play goal. Gabby Rothstein trying to get through the middle. Chloe O'Brien comes back. She scored the first for Arizona, and Layla Stinson scored the second. Sperling's was on the power play, Jesse Sperling for the Bandits. Gabby Rothstein picks it up. The ice has been resurfaced because that's what they do in Tier 1 hockey, which is the classification for this tournament this weekend, the NGHL MLK Winter Classic. Allen steps in. McKeenan saw it all the way, throws the glove down and catches it in front of the left pad. Whistle stops play, 14-12 remaining, period number 2. Thanks for joining us on Rizzo Vision. Otterbein on the draw. She's out there with Rizzo and Bellin. Centering feed, actually got all the way through. Keenan kicked it away. Comes for Rizzo. Rizzo knocked down the dump-in attempt and gets a little help clearing it out of the zone. Schmidlap gets through a couple, takes a wrist shot. It was blocked away by, looked like Otterbein, fired over the net. Centering feed goes through a couple, comes out to neutral ice. Kristoff with it, Rizzo in pursuit. Rizzo knocks it away. Kristoff regains it. Chipped up for Schmidlap, sent in the middle. Otterbein got a piece of it, and Olivia Rothstein sends it forward. Got it into the skates of Otterbein, and the Kachinas will bring it into the offensive zone. Getting through a couple, and now having to retreat was Cadence Carpenter. Dumped in. Bandits defending. Comes toward the middle. Otterbein picks it up. Gets it out of the zone. Oh no, Enright got a piece of it to keep it in. Both players are rushing out of the zone and left without the puck. Allen with it at neutral ice. Sends it to the far side for Grace Estill. Estill was out for 8 minutes during the first period for what we call a 2 and 10, but because of the truncated time in the periods, it is a 1.5 and 8. So Rizzo coming to the bench. Looked like she was a little shaken up there. Off the icing, the Bandits will have an offensive draw. Folia will take it. In the middle, can't get it through the traffic. Picked up on the near side wall. Camarada, oh, she was trying to unload it. Centers one time, Sperling, kicked away by Townsley. Sperling reverses it. Folia spins off to grab it. Folia for Camarada. Camarada was trying to send it to Sperling right there. Didn't quite get the exact angle on the touch, but had the right idea. Sperling picks it up, gets through one, has a couple to beat. They just keep retreating. Camarada picks it up, sends it for Sperling. Folia one time, big save, Townsley, and the rebound is swept away just in time before the Bandits could get a second chance. Big chance there, and Townsley lost the stick for a moment, but not too far away. Comes to the point. Shoemaker Gromick tries to get it through and can't quite get it on the connection. Davis will send it on net. She was about a stride behind the center line. I don't know if they were going to call the icing, but if it goes on net, it doesn't matter. This one will probably be an icing as it goes all the way down. The resurfaced ice definitely making a difference there, as that puck wasn't hit with too much force, but maybe just enough to get it over the line. Gabby Rothstein on the draw wins it. Olivia Rothstein took a stick up high, and the Bandits are going to have a power play. Right off the draw, Olivia Rothstein played that puck and took a stick right in the mask. And Catherine Probst is going to head off for the penalty. And boy, I'll tell you what, that's one where you are glad the players have the cage, because if Olivia did not, that would not likely have been a good outcome. On the power play, they have one so far. They trail 2-1, do the Bandits. Folia up front with Camerata in the slot. Gabby Rothstein on the half boards. Now at the point, Sperling knocks it down, gloves it down. It's popped out by Stinson. Comes in just a little bit offside there. Bandits will start it up again. So power plays are a minute 30 for minors because of the 15-minute periods. They didn't do that right in the first game. They were playing 2-minute power plays, and that wasn't the main cause of the Bandits' demise, but it definitely did not help them. Camerata off the draw, steals it from Kristoff. Folia had it for a moment. Sperling just smacks it to get it down low, but Kristoff gets outfought by Folia. Folia picks it up. Folia looking, leaves it for Shoemaker-Gromick. Shoemaker-Gromick through traffic. It was redirected by Camerata. Didn't quite get it at the front of the net, but got it closer to where she wanted it. Picked up by Gabby Rothstein in the corner. Gabby has a lot of room as everybody just backs off and they play the box. Shot was blocked there and comes out of the zone. Sometimes the picture tells it better than the words. Most of the time it does. Shoemaker-Gromick tries the centering feed, had Camerata over there. Bandits putting on a lot of pressure here. They have 20 seconds left on the power play. Let's see if they can cash in. But that one is knocked away, and Keenan will leave it as Grace Estill got a piece of a pass. Camerata with it. She's been out there for the whole power play. Sends it for Sperling also. In fact, I think the whole crew's been out there for the entirety. Keenan smacks the stick down to indicate the cadence that allows Catherine Probst to exit the box, and Arizona has killed it off. 9:36 left, period 2. 1 goal lead for Arizona. It's 2-1 over the Bandits. All the goals in the first period. Through traffic. Sperling sent it forward. Gabby Rothstein right down the middle. Shot redirected and it goes wide. Allen blocked the shot. It redirected in a way that fooled her own goalie, but it went just wide. So in the end, it's a blocked shot. One-timer. Rizzo, big save, rebounds loose. And where is it? Townsley covers it up. And somebody got dumped. Sperling got dumped at the whistle right there. Rizzo nearly had it tied. Came off the bench right down the middle. Nearly, I thought that puck was sitting there, but Townsley got it. Otterbein on the draw. Has Rizzo and Claus. Rizzo picks off the clearing attempt. Now it's Claus that does the same, but it eventually gets out. Here they come. Rizzo back checking to help out. Guards whoever is down the middle and prevented a 2-on-1 as Venuto held her ground. Otterbein picks it up, tries to get it for Claus, but Chloe O'Brien picks it off. Comes out to Allen. He's had the puck a lot, 77. Comes back to Allen now from Armstrong. Allen forward, runs into her own player. Kachinas bunched up in the same spot. Centering feed. They were looking for a redirection. It goes nowhere. Claus had Rizzo, and she was just trying to smack that puck out. And it comes in offside. They'll change it up with 8:12 left in period number 2. Arizona holding a 2-1 lead. We hope that you've been able to get back on the stream here. It looks like some of you have been able to rejoin. So if you have any feedback, we know that the connection issues are, in fact, issues. But Hopefully it resolves long enough, and we will upload hopefully cleaner copies of the game. The earlier game in progress being uploaded as we speak. You can see on your right there's it looks like a fan that's standing right at the glass, but that's not just any fan, that's Debbie Rizzo. And when you see replays of Bandits goals or big plays, it's almost always the work of Debbie Rizzo. Part of Rizzo Vision. The less heralded, but equally important part. Gabby Rothstein tried to get that through Gilbert, but it trickles forward, and Ellen Gilbert knew it was going to be an offside, but there was nothing really at that point she could do about it. So they'll face it off just outside the zone. Bandits trail 2-1, but they have a 17-15 edge in shots as we are 4 seconds past the midway mark of the contest. Sperling with Folia and Camarada. Camarada putting the pressure on, and those can add up. Enright gets through the middle, got it taken away, and Sperling eventually gets it out. Folia tries to put the pressure on, banked off the boards, picked up by Sperling. Just in the same spot there as Olivia Rothstein tried the long pass for Camarada. It was probably not going to connect, but it nearly bounced the right way. And it's centering feed, and Keenan got the stick on it. Shot redirected, Keenan got that one. That one took a ricochet right in front, and Keenan just got a piece of it. That one will just trip out of the offensive zone for the offside. So Arizona holding that lead. They've been guilty of the offside. I'm not charting it, but it's been quite a few times so far in this game. The Kachinas organization, if you follow youth hockey, it's one that's rising, and a name that you know. And at U19, they've received the Tier 1 classification for the first time this year, something that you can imagine the Bandits seeing very soon as well. And they're certainly playing up to their competition so far through the game and a half here at the NGHL Winter Classic. Centering feed, almost got through, but a lot of traffic there. Camarada picks it off. Harris shrugged her down. Comes to Kepler, looking for a shooting lane. Gets it down low. Shot, save, and the rebound is covered. Estel pushed down Camarada after the whistle. There was a word exchange after, but I don't know if that was of the apologetic kind or not. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Bellin on the near side, half boards. Comes to those half boards, and Bellin in a puck fight. Otterbein had it for a moment, Jones took it away. Rizzo knocked it away, 1-on-3, gets it over to Bellin. Bellin had it go off the tip of the stick, was trying to shoot it there. Jones picks it up off the half boards, gets it just over the stick of Rizzo, but Rizzo and Otterbein make the trap at neutral ice and force the turnover. Venuto chips it up the boards on the far side. Otterbein had just skated through that zone. It's going to be picked up in the defensive zone, sent through some traffic. Nifty pass there by Caitlin Armstrong. Big move, backhand shot, loose in front. Keenan got it away. Otterbein tried to shift it to Bellin, but Gilbert just took advantage, and Keenan says, "I'll have enough of that," and just freezes it when it comes in. .5:04 remaining, period number 2. 2-1 Arizona Kachinas. They have that uniform scheme of the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes have had a bunch of different schemes. And they seem to have like 5 different third jerseys. But this is close to what their originals were like. And maybe they've gone back to them. I don't know. They're cool jerseys, and it's a good uniform, I can tell you that. I like looking at them. I'm a Jerseys fan. A Jersey guy that's a Jerseys fan. McNulty picks it off, turns. Oh, she was trying to fire it in. Shot comes down. Townsley with the save in the breadbasket on that Kachinas logo on the front of her jersey and covers it with the catching glove before it could hit the ice. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. Mandy Scott in the slot. Maeve McNulty on the left wing. McNulty got it, centered it, lost an edge there, trying to play it from her behind. Did for a moment. Midlap has it, looking for some space, finds it, gets through a few, but comes right to the middle. And the Bandits will take that, although it does serve as a possession for the moment. There's a push, no call, probably a good no call there. You're not allowed to hit. You're not allowed to close a gap to make contact. That's what checking is. This is going to be an icing, and the Bandits will have an offensive zone draw, and they'll send a new group out there. You're not allowed to close a gap to make contact, or hard contact, at least. That's what you call a check. But if you've already contacted the opposing player and you're playing a puck, then you can leverage or shrug or push. That perfectly within the rules. Sometimes we see stronger players penalized for what looked like good plays. Knocked down with a high stick, pick your poison. There were two of them there, and they should take this face-off outside the zone. They keep it in the zone, actually. I would have taken it outside. It looked like the Arizona player was the one who got to it first with the high stick, but I think the referees are discussing it now, that maybe it should be outside the zone or even in the neutral zone. A couple of high sticks right there. They will face it off in the offensive zone, so advantage Arizona. The dot to Keenan's left, and Folia wins it. So if the Bandits can just get it out of the zone, they've negated whatever that call was, and they make it a non-issue. Comes to the middle. Folia has it from Sperling, tees it up, it went wide. Sperling centers it, but Townsley just leaves the pad out there and lets the shot ricochet out. Gustafsson picks it up, trying to turn the corner on Venuto. Did so, but without the puck. Camarada trying to get that one through the middle to Folia. Didn't connect, but they do dump it in. Coming off the bench was Olivia Rothstein. Picked it off. Did Sperling. Now retreating in her own end, Audrey Jew. Sent up the middle. And that's a break for the Bandits. Oh, they waved it off. I was going to say, Venuto got a piece of that. The backside ref didn't see or hear it. I heard it hit the stick, but the ref in the Bandit zone was able to see it. Venuto comes in, fires it wide. An innocent-looking play, and Venuto nearly found the back of the net. She had, I don't know if she had the goaltender beaten, but she had a little room there. 2:26 left, period 2. Bandits trail 2-1 to the Arizona Kachinas. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. Maeve McNulty in the slot. Mandy Scott on the near side boards. Redmond at the right point. Shoemaker Gromick on the left. Referee admonishing one of the Kachinas for something, not worthy of a penalty, but at least a restart. Arizona wins the faceoff cleanly. Ryan reversed it. Comes now. Gabby Rothstein jumps in to pick it up. Mandy Scott helps out. Scott tried to center it, but a little unfriendly work there by Arizona. Sierra Garrity comes in. Scott gets it. Gets a little hook right there. Got the stick lifted. One-timer, save Townsley, and she holds on. Townsley threw out the left pad, but she got it with the hamstring area, not the pad, as she was spread wide. 1:50 remaining, period 2. Bandits trail 2-1. All the goals were in the first. Picked up there. Otterbein got shielded off. No interference call because it was right off the draw. Christoph dumped it in. Olivia Rothstein picks it up. Rizzo and Claus the wings with Otterbein at center. Centering feed knocked away. Claus knocked it away. Claus chips it for Rizzo. Rizzo with the backhand, and then the foot moved it into neutral ice. Claus grabs it there. Claus tries to send it ahead for Rizzo, but Jones kind of came out of nowhere. Sends it down low. Backhand shot, and they score. Or no, they don't! No, they don't! Keenan kept it out! Keenan kept it out! Harper Keenan! Hide your wallet! Hide your wallet! She stole one from Arizona. Harper Keenan with it. What looked from here like a miraculous save. 3 Kachinas throwing their gloves up in the air, thinking that they scored. Keenan face down, looked like she might have lifted up the right leg and just got a piece of it and somehow kept it out. It's a 2-1 game still. Off the draw. Bandits defending and trying to move it out. Can they get it moving here and get this game tied with a minute left in the second period? Folia tries to get through Estel. Estel won't let her off. They battle for it below the end line. Camarada's there. Camarada reverses it, and Olivia Rothstein's going to pinch all the way in. Sent it at the net. Redirected. It went just wide. Folia got a piece. Camarada will take a shot at the net. It's kicked by Allen and deflects over the net. Friendly fire almost ties the game. Battled for along the near side wall. Allen trying to get past Folia after winning a puck away from Camarada with 21 seconds. She's still with it, and she's at the end of her shift. Kepler pinches in. They can't get it out. If Folia could keep it in. 13 seconds. Probst is going to try to get behind the D. Bandits back checking. Probst still with it, and eventually Kepler catches up. Camarada's got 5 seconds. Folia couldn't quite handle that one, and the time is going to run out. Folia bumps into Allen as the period expires, and we finish 2-1 after 2. Shots on goal, 23 for Arizona, 21 for the Bandits. So when we commence the third period, we will be at even strength, and the Bandits have a 2-1 deficit to figure out. Keenan has been a player of interest in this game, victimized by crazy bounce on a dump in from center. It found its way in, but absolute thievery there in the final minute and change of period 1, where Arizona and me thought they had made the score 3-1, but Keenan somehow kept it out. Bandits will start the third with Gabby Rothstein, Maeve McNulty, and Bella Bellin. Up front, Fernanda Venuto and Kira Redmond on the back line. Underway period 3, Bandits trying to get rid of this 2-1 deficit. Keenan grabs that one and freezes it. So 14 seconds elapse. Mandy Scott not available for the third period, so Bellin jumps onto this line. Imagine that would leave Otterbein, Claus, and Rizzo together. Comes through the middle, a little too north of Bellin. Brought in, gets down low. Armstrong tipped it at the net, and Keenan saw it all the way and covered it up. So Arizona putting the early pressure on. And there it is, Otterbein with Claus and Rizzo. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Kepler on D. And right on the draw with Jew and Gustafsson up front. Off the draw, Bellin nearly got away. Otterbein has Rizzo. Otterbein sends Rizzo in. She didn't catch it cleanly. Missed 2-on-1 right there. Comes to the point, Shoemaker, Gromick knocked it down. Gustafsson's 1-on-1. Two Bandits back checking to help. Shot, Keenan gloves it down and holds it. So the Bandits had an opportunity right there. Otterbein and Rizzo starting the 2-on-1. Just didn't catch it cleanly. And they will operate from their own end. Enright once again on the draw against Otterbein. That one goes to Enright as Kristoff jumps all the way in. Centering feed, no one was there. Keenan steered it away. Claus gets a piece of it. Kepler comes in to help out. Enright jumps into open space to grab it. Centering feed knocked away by Shoemaker, Gromick. Rizzo going to try to race down. Claus is there. Claus puts the pressure on Kristoff. Claus nearly forced the turnover. Kristoff kind of got rid of it, but there was nobody there. Now Otterbein eventually gets to it. Kristoff gets it back, sends it into her own player's skates, and Claus dumps it forward. Rizzo jumps off for a change, so Sperling is going to enter your picture on the right side. There's Jesse with the puck. Lost it, and Enright picked it up. Big shift for Enright here. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Kepler combined to take it away. Centering feed in front, steered down by Sperling. Shoemaker, Gromick has it. The defenseman will gain the offensive zone, send it in, but the tip forced her offside, and they will face it off in front of the Kachinas bench with 13:02 remaining in the third period. Bandits are right in this one. Can they get that tying goal? Is that moment of brilliance available for one of this group? Could it be Jesse Sperling who pursues the puck there? Could it be Izzy Camarada who hit the 90-degree angle in the first game and nearly had a goal? Could it be Folia who's skating toward the puck and picks it up right here and trying to turn the corner? Folia will keep it along the end boards there. Allen is going to try to battle her for it on the far side. Puck comes chipped. Sperling gloved it down. She's a softball player, not just a 125-point career scorer for Morristown Beard High School, but also a softball player. Used the catching skills on that one. The glove work. They battle for it there, and it is sent out. It will be an icing. This puck is going to make it over the end line, and 12:05 remains. The Bandits have an offensive zone draw. If you didn't see the first game, the Bandits battled the Knights from Rice Prep in South Burlington, Vermont, and they fell 3-0 in that game. And we're getting a taste of the Tier 1 competition here, AAA. The teams they're playing play mostly or all AAA level programs, and the Bandits usually are playing against AA teams, so it's a step up in class for sure. And if you've watched the other games, you can see that the difference really is typically the depth in the AAA teams. Yes, they're faster. Sometimes we see real superstars, but it's the depth that really ends up making the difference in levels for those teams. Player to player, there's not a dark line. It's a blurred line as to who could play at which levels. Sure, most or all of the Bandits girls would fare well in the right situation at the next level. So they're certainly capable of it, as they're showing here today. Near side wall, Gabby Rothstein tries to shield off Garrity. Jones pushes Shoemaker Gromick, but Logan is able to get it out. Kristoff sent it in a little too strong, did Gilbert. Bellin tries to get it out at the point up there, reverses it back to Kepler, who reverses it back for Shoemaker Gromick, who's looking for help from McNulty. McNulty gets it. There's a whistle behind the play out of what I saw. There's a slash, and I'm not even sure who it's against because the puck was between two teams, and it is Garrity going out for the slash. I guess it looks like maybe she slashed Bellin. Did you see who she slashed? Didn't. Okay. It looked like maybe it was Bellin that received the slash, so if that's the case, then that's a penalty drawn. Sperling, shot, blockered away, rebound comes to the Bandits. Sperling again, shot was redirected in front, but it goes into the crest on Alyssa Townsley's jersey, and as if putting your hand over your heart when saying the national anthem, but with your left hand. That's how Townsley stopped that one. Loose in front after Folia tried to center it. Sperling sends it down below the end line. Estill got to it, but Venuto's going to get it at the point. Venuto looking for time, tries to get it through a needle hole. Sperling will shoot that, and stepping in and catching it like a first baseman was Townsley. Townsley catches with the left, kept the right foot back, stepped forward with the glove, caught it like a first baseman taking a throw from short. Battled for it. Sperling has it. They're giving her room. Sperling will skate it toward the middle. Backdoor had Folia, but Allen made a nice play to break it up. Savannah Allen, 77. She's been a top performer here for Arizona today. Sperling has it, will walk between the points. Looking, tees it up, fires it down low, loose, and nobody there to put it in. Arizona protecting the house. The goalie has lost the stick. And let's see if Arizona's going to send the player to go get it. Now they'll be able to do that. Actually, the goalie will go out herself and pick it up as the Bandits have to retreat. They only have 8 seconds left in the power play, and they should gain the offensive zone at least. Folia tries to get through, shielded off there, comes down the middle. Venuto shot kicked away. Got it on net. Chipped up and out. Here comes Schmedlap. Gets to the middle, wrist shot. Keenan got the glove on it, maybe part of the mask. Kept it out. That's the important thing. 2-1 still. Shots 28-28. It really has been that even. Rizzo knocked down a pass. Venuto picks it up. Venuto looking for some room, has it on the right side, has Rizzo on the back door. Shot doesn't go on net. Rizzo picks it up. Tried to chip it forward, but Audrey Jew got a piece of it. Back to Claus, who sends it back for Venuto. Venuto will retreat back. Claus will curl away. Venuto will draw away a defender. Lost it there on the netting. Fires it off the glass and into the bench. And Sperling with the scream like in one of those scare videos. And the Bandits getting a good laugh on the bench and the crowd over here. You could hear the yelp all the way from this side. Back to seriousness, the seriousness of hockey. 8:16 remaining in the third period. Bandits trailing 2-1. Otterbein with Rizzo. Rizzo tried to get the break and just couldn't quite get there. And Davis plows into Olivia Rothstein, but the puck was there, so they don't call it. And now a lot of bodies going all over the place. Comes toward the middle. Gustafsson will pick it up and send it in. Kepler, Otterbein, and now Olivia Rothstein retreat to get it. Kepler tried to get it through, but Gustafsson said it. Claus picked it off. Claus just sent it right back to the point. Rizzo was looking to get on the break. Olivia Rothstein rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, but keeping her legs. Claus has it. Rizzo's trying to break out. Otterbein now will pick it up. Will break with Rizzo again. Maybe a 2-on-1. Otterbein tees it up, shoots it wide. Otterbein regains it. Rizzo trying to get open in the slot. Claus comes in as well. They're at the end of their shift. Let's see if they're able to change. This one's going to go on net. It's played. They'll change at least one. Claus is able to get it off. Rizzo's still out there, but she's at the end of her shift. So is Otterbein. Sent down the middle. Garrity tries to pick it up and loses it. And Rizzo and Otterbein immediately hustle to the bench and get out in exchange of fresh legs. O'Brien will bring it in. Shot. Keenan saw it all the way. Gloves it down. And the whistle stops play with 6:50 left. Hockey is oftentimes a game with cumulative effect. It is the power play goal that happens because somebody drew a penalty. It is the play that leads to the play that leads to the play, as my good buddy and current Rockets coach Jeremy Jacobus like to say on our many post-game interviews. Here comes Gabby Rothstein's shot was blocked away loose, and Bellin was almost there to put it away, but Townsley covered it up. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. McNulty in the slot. Bellin on the far side wing. Rothstein has it under the stick. McNulty got it through the middle, but her backhand went wide. She gets tied up over there by Kristoff. Kachinas trying to get it out, but the Bandits putting the pressure on. Estel looking for some room. Sends it up the middle. Venuto knocks it down, but it might be a break. Here they come. In, shot, score. Cadence Carpenter with 6 minutes left. The clock is still running. The clock is still running, and it shouldn't be. They should put 6:01 on the clock, and with that amount of time, Cadence Carpenter got behind the D and made good on the breakaway, roofing that one for a 3-1 lead. The shots are 30-30. The game a long way from over, and they do put the 6 minutes on the clock. So that pill, a little bit of a bitter one for the Bandits to swallow, but let's see if they can get one back. Folia gets pulled down right there, and play goes on. Camarada knocks it down. Folia gets it down low. Shot save by Townsley. Probst takes the feed from Harris. Gets it to neutral ice. Harris looking to get it back. Shoemaker Gromick beats her to it and picks it up, looking for a little room. Gets it into Folia's skates. Sperling's on the far wing. Sperling has the open ice. Shoemaker Gromick is going to skate it in, take a shot. It hits off the outside of the glove. Down low, Shoemaker Gromick stuff shot, and a second shot, a couple of saves. She'll retreat toward the point. Kepler's there. Kepler through traffic. Redirected by Audrey Jew in front of her own goaltender, but Townsley grabs it as it pops into the air. The Bandits have had a few of those redirections from Kachinas players, but Townsley has been up to the task. A lot of tricky redirections there. Bandits attack with Otterbein on the dot, Claus in the slot, Rizzo on the left wing. Olivia Rothstein at the left point. Venuto lines up between the points. Off the draw, Venuto's going to pinch in and try to hustle through, and that's shoveled into the Kachinas bench by Ruby Schmidlap, who then takes a little slide and some ripping from her teammates. It'll be another offensive zone draw. This time they'll do it from the opposite side. The clock running down again, and they actually keep this draw comes outside the zone. It was sent in by the Kachinas player, and Bandits will just, instead of getting the offensive zone draw, have to do it from outside as if they made the mistake. Olivia Rothstein trying to move it out. Carpenter dives forward to contact her. Sends it out just north of Rizzo's stick. Jew sends it to the middle for Gilbert. Sent down low now. Centering feed. Doesn't get through. Olivia Rothstein tying up her player. Ava Otterbein looking to fish it out of there. Caitlin Armstrong had a piece of it. It comes toward the point. Armstrong picks it up, gets down low. Keenan sent that rebound for Claus. Claus looking to hit Rizzo with the bomb. Kristoff jumped in. If Kristoff doesn't catch it cleanly, then maybe Rizzo's gone. Again, same thing. This time Venuto picks it up. Venuto sends it to Rizzo. Rizzo has a breakaway. Rizzo bears down. Backhander through the pads. It's loose. Still loose. And finally they blow the whistle. Townsley stopped Rizzo on the breakaway. The Bandits nearly had it there. Rizzo's had a couple where it looked like that puck was getting through, and Townsley, prone face down, somehow has just gotten the pads on it both times. Offensive zone draw. Sperling picks it up, gets down low, shot saved with the shaft of the stick. Townsley's been the difference. The Bandits have 33 shots here, and a lot of them quality. Chipped forward. Alyssa Townsley, 28, has been magnificent. That's the easiest bit of work she's had all day. She covers that puck up coming off the end boards, so nobody could get another chance at it. Rizzo's had some golden opportunities. Bellin, well, it wasn't a save, but Bellin was right there just prior to that. I mean, a couple of those chances, if they go in, the Bandits are talking about a different game. Sperling shoots it. It goes off the back of the net as we tick down to 3 minutes remaining. Camarada has it. Gets a little space. Backhander. Townsley saw that one, knocked it down with the pad and covers it up. 35 shots now for the Bandits. Listen, they're gonna need a big bolt of lightning to get back in it here, but they certainly have acquitted themselves well, regardless of what the score ends up being. Otterbein fought through that one. She's out with Gabby Rothstein and Maeve McNulty now. McNulty jumps back to grab it. Gets tripped up there. Bandits are going to have a power play. Keenan's going to head to the bench, and the Kachinas will pick it up. O'Brien got that one, and it is going to be Tabitha Jones going to the box for the body check. So the Bandits will have an offensive zone draw. Maybe a little life here. 2:36 left. We said it in the first game, which ended up 3-0, but at the time was 2-0. The Bandits got a power play with about 10 minutes left. And it was kind of, you felt like right at that moment, like, hey, this is the game here, you know? This is your chance to get back in it. Gabby Rothstein couldn't handle it. Sperling kept it in at the point. Gabby Rothstein takes it toward the middle, shakes off one, leaves it for Camarada. Camarada tees it up, shot, blockered away by Townsley. Chipped up and out. This is going to be an icing if it gets over the line, and it does. That puck was not going to get over the line, but it got in its end and was rolling. And that's what allowed it to go down all the way. 1:02 left in the power play for the 15-minute periods at the NGHL MLK Winter Classic. There are 15-minute periods, and minor penalties are 1:30. Major penalties are 4 minutes, and misconducts are 8, which we found out in the first period when Grace Estel was called for what we normally know as a 2-10 on a hit to Luisa Rizzo. That triggered the first power play for the Bandits, and Jessie Sperling made good. That tied the game at 1-1. And since then, Layla Stinson added to Chloe O'Brien's early goal to make it 2-1, and Cadence Carpenter, as you saw moments ago, making it 3-1 for Arizona. Bandits out shooting Arizona 36-31. So they're getting shots, they're getting chances, and they're getting sustained offensive possessions. They have a minute left on the power play, and this can always be an interesting decision for a coach. Some coaches will say, we're going for it here. goaltender, stay on the bench. We're going to attack 6-on-4. There's all kinds of other implications that have to do with scores of games and how those things affect your rankings points and things like that. They can't just make these things about, hey, play to win a hockey game. Take risks and don't worry about what the final score is. The only thing that's important is a win or a loss, but unfortunately that's not always the case. Sperling gets a shot, it's redirected and doesn't quite get to the net. Sperling with it again, batted along the boards now, sent out. Shoemaker-Gromick has to recover, and she does, because that was saucer-eyed Ruby Schmidlap trying to run away for a shorthanded breakaway. That one, they don't call that offside. It looked like the Bandits were clearly offside there, but no call. Camarada is going to pick it up, come toward the middle, has Sperling. Sperling's going to fire this one, glove down, and they'll get the offensive zone draw. 1:21 remaining. If the Bandits could get it to 3-2, then we might see the goaltender pulled. But with the complexion as it is here, I imagine at 3-1 we won't see it. And off the draw, that one comes out. Shoemaker-Gromick is going to retreat back, and it's another icing. So only 4 seconds left on the power play, 70 seconds in the game. It's not over yet, but if I were Arizona, I'd feel pretty good. Bandits will now attack 6-on-4 to start with. The net is empty. Off the draw, Sperling has it. Will march right in, redirected by Camarada. It didn't go at the net. In front, now it goes all the way through. Sperling's going to grab it here at 6-on-5, but we're under a minute. Battled for along the end boards. Gabby Rothstein will pick it up, try to center it to the middle, but it's picked off and sent down. It's going to be an icing, and the Bandits will get another offensive zone draw. 43.2 seconds left. I mean, they're just in must-score-now mode. And to have 38 shots and only be rewarded once. A strange pill to swallow. Shoemaker-Gromick selling out to try to save it. Jones is going to pick it up, find the empty net, and score. And a couple slide into the end boards very hard over there. Nothing unseemly, just players trying to play it all the way out, and hopefully everybody gets up, and they do. So Tabitha Jones finds the empty net with 31.7 seconds left to make it 4-1. Harper Keenan goes back between the pipes, and the Bandits will change it up. Give Otterbein, Claus, and Bellin one last shift out there with Olivia Rothstein and Morgan Kepler. Jones was trying to run through, and she got flipped over on her own accord. Bellin with the shot fanned on it, regains it, tries to send it down low with 20 seconds left. Off the boards on the far side, Arizona's going to bring it out. This probably represents the final sequence of the game. Long shot, Keenan let it go wide. Rothstein sends it forward. O'Brien still looking for it, knocked away. Claus sends it out, that'll do it. And the final score from the Revolution Ice Gardens in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. Is that where we are? 4-1, Arizona Kachinas over the Bandits. Final shots on goal, they took them off already. I think it was 38-32, but whatever you're looking at in the graphic is what the actual final shots were. If there is a graphic later for you, which hopefully there will be. Handshake at neutral ice. Bandits now get nearly 24 hours off between puck drops. This game started at 2:30. The first game on Sunday will commence at 2:05. And we will bring those to you, hopefully in real time, depending on what the connection feels like allowing us. And if not, then look for the uploads of the game afterward to see what you have missed. Final score, once again, 4-1, Arizona Kachinas over the Bandits. Game 2 of the day and the second game of the NGHL MLK Winter Classic. 2 more on Sunday, 1 again on Monday, scheduled to be a rematch between these two teams, and that will be an early one. So if you're setting your alarms, set it early for Monday, because on that day off, it's a 7:15 start, which is much more of a mites starting time than a U19 starting time. And that will do it for this Saturday, January 13th, from Revolution Ice Gardens. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits girls hockey on Rizzo Vision.